Good morning, children. How are you guys doing today? Are you ready for ring time? Great. Grab a chair and let's get started. Who can tell me what day of the week today is? Very good. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that you had a fabulous weekend. Monday is the very first day of the week. And if today is Monday, yesterday was very good Sunday. Sunday is the last day of the weekend. And tomorrow will be, who can tell me what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is Tuesday. Very good. Let's quickly do our days of the week. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And who can tell me which month we're currently in? Very good. We are in June. Today's date is the 15th of June 2020 is our year, and we are currently in winter. That is our season. Let's quickly sing our months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. How many months do we have in just 1 year? Very good. We have 12 months. That's a 10 and a 2. Let's count to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, guys. Can you maybe count backwards with me? Let's start at 12. It's 12, then 11, then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow, guys, you're doing a great job. And which season are we currently in? Very good. We are in winter. Oh, who can tell me what are the 4 seasons that we get? We get summer, which is nice and hot. Then, which one comes after summer? Very good. We get autumn, and it starts to get a little bit chilly. Then we have winter, which is the 3rd one, and it is freezing. After winter comes, very good, spring is our 4th one when it starts to warm up again. And then we start right back at summer. When you look around you, what do you think our theme for this week's going to be? Our theme for this week is Planet Earth. Planet Earth is where we stay. Last week, we learned about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs also stayed on planet Earth. Can you remember how long ago dinosaurs were walking around on Earth? Very good. About 245 million years ago. But do you know that Earth was created long before that? Earth has been around for about 4,600 million years. That has been for a long time. Our planet is very, very old. And we spoke about it last week, back when planet Earth was just created. All of the continents were just one huge continent. It was called a supercontinent, and its name was, can you think of the name? Pangea. Very good. So we know Earth is about 4,600 million years old. Dinosaurs started walking on Earth about 246 45 million years ago, and then about 65 million years ago, they unfortunately died out. But for us, maybe quite fortunately, because we don't know if we would be able to be here if dinosaurs were still walking on Earth. Do you know how long ago, can you remember how long ago the planet started breaking apart? About 180 million years ago, the planet. Can you remember how long ago Pangea started breaking apart into the 7 continents that we know today? About 180 million years ago, Pangea started to break apart into the 7 continents that we know today. Then, about 65 million years ago, the dinosaurs started dying off. But we, as Homo sapiens, humans, have only been around for about 100,000 years. 100,000 years is almost nothing if you compare it to the 4,600 million years that the Earth has been around. Let's see if we can have a look at what Earth looks like and the continents. Hold on, I'll see if I can show you. Wow guys, there's so much that we can learn about planet Earth, isn't there? Let's see what my big I Wonder Why book has to say about planet Earth. How old is the Earth? Scientists think that the Earth formed about 4,600 million years ago, although no one was there to see. They think the moon formed then too. About 200 million years ago, there was just one big supercontinent called Pangaea. Human beings are very new to planet Earth. If you imagine our planet's 4,600 million years long history squeezed into 1 year, people will have been around since December 31st. That means that we are just a blimp on the history of our planet. But there's still millions of years for us to make a big impact. Continents are massive pieces of land. There are 7 of them in all. Trace them from a map to try and see if you can fit them all together. About 180 million years ago, Pangaea began to break apart. Emus live in Australia, herds in South America, and ostriches in Africa. They look similar and none of them can fly. They may have been related to one kind of bird. It could have walked all over 3 continents millions of years ago when the land was still joined. About 65 million years ago, the continents started drifting further and further apart. Today, the continents are still drifting. North America and Europe are still moving apart about 4 centimeters each year. That's about the length of your thumb. Has the Earth changed much? Yes, it has. About 300 million years ago, most of the land was joined together in one big piece. Then it began to break up into smaller pieces called continents, then slowly drifted apart until they reached the places that are today. Let's see what the storybots can teach us about planet Earth.
We are currently orbiting planet Earth. I'm picking up some noises. Sounds like cool music.
Such a beautiful world.
I'm the Earth, and for what it's worth, 25,000 miles is my girth. I've got more than 7 billion people living on me all across my amazing geography. Check out my mountains, valleys, trees so tall, and I got lakes, rivers, and waterfalls, volcanoes, craters, swamps with alligators, tropical islands at my equator. The North and South poles have lots of ice, only polar bears say
this weather's nice.
I've got so much land, yeah, I'm so immense. I got seven different continents. North and South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Antarctica, and Australia. But the biggest thing everybody can see is that I got a lot of water all over me. I have oceans with lobsters, whales, otters. 3/4 of me is covered in water. I orbit the sun.
I'm so hot.
That's his line, and the moon orbits me.
My time to shine.
I'm filled with life, both big and small, the most beautiful planet of all.
Such a beautiful
Don't we just have a beautiful, amazing planet? We are so lucky to be on this planet. Let's go and have a look at what Teacher Sal has to teach us today.
Good morning, guys. Teacher Sal here today. How are you all? I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and you've kept warm because it's been very chilly. I'm hoping we're going to get warmer weather, but let's see what happens because it is winter, isn't it? So today is Monday, and Monday is our first day of our week and the first day of our school week. Let's clap it out. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 days in our week. What month of the year are we in? We are in June, and June is the 6th month of the year, and we have 10 and 2, we have 12 months. Let's do the months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's right, we have 12 months in our year. So now we're going to learn something new this week. We are going to learn about our planet Earth. And I have a globe, and the globe shows all the different countries and all the different continents. And we're going to be learning about that this week, about our very special planet Earth where we live. But before we do, we need to do our good morning song for ring time. Good morning everyone, good morning everyone, good morning everyone, are you ready for some fun? Stand up, turn around, give me a big clap, sit down and put your hands in your lap. So I've got two very interesting books which we're going to be looking at and learning about. This is about Earth, where we live, and we're specifically going to talk about water today. Water is a very important part of our life, isn't it? We need water in order to live. So if we just do our introduction, why is Earth a unique planet? Meaning, why is it so special? Because Earth allows us to live. And planet Earth has a number of features. And it is unique among planets in our solar system. Because on Earth we have water. And in its liquid form at the surface is water. And we need that to live. So Earth is the third planet from the Sun and the only world known to support an atmosphere with free oxygen. We have oceans of water on the surface and the big one, life. Earth is one of the 4 terrestrial planets like Mercury, Venus and Mars. It has a rocky surface, so we're going to learn about the oceans, all the water that around us, the rocky surface, mountains, all of that. So let's have a look at Earth a bit further. We're going to talk about water. Now here is a place called the Niagara Falls. I don't know if you can see. Look at that water flowing. But let's talk about water and rivers. Water is incredibly powerful stuff. When there's a lot of it moving at huge speeds, it can carry away a lot of loose rock and mud. When water changes the shape of a landscape, it's called an erosion. And as water rushes from its source in the highlands down to the sea, it constantly picks up chunks of rock, sand and mud. It then deposits it elsewhere, changing the shape of the land as it goes. And this is harder pieces of rock left after floods. Then just some interesting facts about rivers, and this is all to do with our water. The longest river in the world is called the Nile, and that's in a country called Egypt. Beneath the Nile runs another river, deep underground, and it holds 6 times as much water. And the highest waterfall in the world is called the Angel Falls in Venezuela. And it falls 3 3/4 times the height of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. So here's water coming from its source into the highlands. And then we've got water power. The Grand Canyon, which is in America, is the largest gorge in the world, and it has been carved by the Colorado River over 20 million years. Different rocks react in different ways to water, so the shapes are incredibly spectacular. Here's a picture of the Grand Canyon. I don't know if any of your mom and dads or anybody you know who's been there, but it is actually incredible to see. And so are the Niagara Falls, which I spoke about. talk about mighty waves. When you play on a sandy beach, have you ever noticed how often the waves crash onto it? Well, believe it or not, the wave movement is changing on the coastline. Waves are powerful enough to reshape cliffs. Look at these waves. Then you get shock waves. Shock waves are force coastlines back, so they bring the sand back, and sometimes houses are built on the cliffs, fall into the sea because of those waves. A series of pounding 10-meter high storm waves can remove 1 whole meter of a cliff in a night. And if we talk about making a bay, here's a bay. Making a bay, the sea is very persistent when it finds a weak part along the coast. It breaks through and spreads out as far as it can, and it eventually creates a bay. And here's something, a bay in Tasmania. It's called the Wineglass. Can you see? Then creating sand. Sandy beaches take hundreds of years to form, and waves near the shore pummel boulders into pebbles, and more battering, then eventually they become soft, fine-grained sand, and that's when you find the beach. And then we've got different sculptures along our coastline by the beach. Have a look at how those rocks are formed. This picture shows powerful waves, or how powerful waves are. The sea has completely battered through the rock, and a cliff has formed on the archway. When the arch gets too weak, it can fall and leave just the rock standing behind. So the waves have actually formed that. Very, very strong. I just want to show you something else. Got so many different interesting facts about the world to learn. It's going to be hard just to learn everything just in one ring time lesson. So what I want to do now is I want to just show you this little book all about just what water is. Water, there's lots of water on our earth. It is so much that it occupies 3/4 of the earth's surface. So there's the globe, and that's where all the oceans and that are. We all know that water is in the sea and it's salty. And although it's transparent, it's colorless. In large quantities, it takes a typical blue-green color. There's our sea. The water we drink is from rivers, and that's called drinking water. When the temperature of the water is lower than 0 degrees, it becomes solid and it turns into ice. On the other hand, when the water gets hotter, 100 degrees, it evaporates. So there's ice and there's hot. And this is all about our water cycle, and I'm going to tell you about it. The water cycle. We need the heat of the sun evaporates the seawater, meaning it just goes. There's no longer the water, which, since it's lighter than air, it floats as clouds, so it evaporates into clouds, and the wind then pushes the clouds to other places, and when they cool down, they return to their original form, liquid, and it becomes rain, which then is collected in our rivers. Isn't that very interesting? So the water cycle, so we've got the heat of the sun evaporating the water, it forms into clouds, and then the clouds then produce rain. The water then becomes liquid form and produces rain and flows into our river. That's something very interesting. Scientists say that life started in the water. In fact, today the water is full of life. Here are some examples of sea life. So we've got fish in the sea, we've got canoeists, we have crabs, we have seahorses, we've got oysters, all the different types of sea life. One of the most important uses of water which flows on Earth's surface is a waterfall, either natural or man-made, and the energy produced by the force of water when it falls is collected in power stations, and then it produces electricity. So that is very interesting. And water tends to go up or down to the level from where it came. This is seen in an experiment of connecting vessels. City water is piped using this principle. So our water comes through pipes and into our house. And here is a man using a hose pipe to water his garden too. And Archimedes, a Greek person, discovered another fact about water. Bodies with less density than water float on it. Navigation is the use of this theory. In other words, we use ships and steamboats to navigate on top of water. And steam also gave rise to important discovery, the power of steam. And you can see how that steamboat works. There's lots of other things with water. Then to make your own aquarium, you need water. Very easy. You need glass or containers, and you need pebbles, some underwater greenery, and some colored fish, and some soil, and tablets of fertilizer, and then you can make your own little garden center, your own fish in a bowl. We could say a lot more about water, but since we have mentioned the important things, we'll let you find out about it yourself. So lots and lots of interesting things about water, aren't there? And we're going to learn more about this as the week goes by. Teacher Stephanie and I are going to teach you very many interesting things all about our planet Earth. Well, I hope you've had fun learning about water, and what I thought we could do is sing a song, and I hope that you know the song. I think you do. We have sung it before at school. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain it would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide, ha, 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 ha. If all the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, oh, what a rain it would be. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. Standing outside with my mouth open wide, ha, 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 ha. If all the snowflakes were candy bars and milkshakes, oh, what a snow that would be. If all the sunbeams were bubble gum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Standing alone with my mouth open wide, ha, 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 ha. If all the sunbeams were bubble gum and ice cream, oh, what a sun that would be. Well, guys, I hope you had lots of fun today. I know I did, and it's going to be a fun week teaching you about our planet Earth. Have a look and see if maybe you have a globe at home, because it's very interesting. You can see all the different countries in the world. Let's see if we can find where we live. Teacher Sal's going to show you on this globe. We live in Africa. And Africa is one of the continents, and we're going to learn all about the continents too this week. Well, guys, I hope you had fun today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you next time tomorrow. Bye.
story for today is I Am Planet Earth.
Today's story, I am planet Earth. I am planet Earth. I am the third planet from the sun. The sun gives me the heat and light. I have many things. I have cool, wet water. I have hot, dry sand. I have leafy trees and jungles. I have mountains and valleys. I have warm green rice paddies. I have cold white ice. I have animals. I have people. I have towns. I have cities. I have you. Can you find where you live? Can you find where you were born? Pretend the light is the sun. Shine the light on the globe. Night and day, I am your planet, the only one you have. Please take care of me.
I hope you guys enjoyed the story. That's all we have time for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye!